You can have the best webinar in the world, but that doesn't mean anything unless you are able to consistently fill it with fresh leads. A fresh lead is someone who is friendly, responsive, eager, solution-oriented, and hopeful. In today's video, you'll learn how I tripled the number of fresh leads that signed up for my automated webinar funnel every single day, which led to a dramatic increase in revenue. Shortly after I started using evergreen webinars, I had a bit of a problem. The webinar itself had a great conversion rate, but not enough people were going through it. Sales began to drop and I had to come up with a plan. Have you ever had a sudden drop in sales? It's definitely not a fun place to be, but it does happen. I had a decision to make then and there. I could choose to feel anxious, or I could choose to feel empowered to take action. Frankly, I would have preferred to feel anxious, crawl into my bed and have a good cry. But there was no time for that. I chose to feel empowered. I redirected my attention and got to work. The first thing I did was to determine my magic number. I reverse engineered my revenue goal and determined the exact number of leads I would need to sign up for my automated webinar each month. So, do you know exactly how many leads you need to hit your monthly revenue target? If not, I highly encourage you to do this. I see a lot of course creators flying by the seat of their pants when it comes to goal setting, and I used to be one of them. Anyway, once I knew my magic number, I felt an immediate sense of relief. Now I had a clear outcome that I wanted to create for myself. The second thing I did was review my "Why didn't you buy" surveys. I had a bunch of people that weren't signing up for the webinar because they thought my process wouldn't work for them and they didn't really feel emotionally connected to my offer. I knew if I could create content up front that began to eliminate objections and build demand for their desired outcome, I could help way more people. Do you have a "Why didn't you buy" survey? This is such an important part of creating an automated webinar. You need to understand why people are not buying so you can adjust your marketing to shift their beliefs before they sign up for your webinar. Now, I know some people don't buy your course because they're not the right fit. Maybe you help dentists and the person who didn't buy has no use for your program because they're a chiropractor. But I'm willing to bet that most of the people who chose not to buy are actually the perfect fit for your program. They simply don't think it will work for them. Once you can correctly identify exactly why they think it won't work for them, you can create content that directly eliminates those specific objections. Your prospect will feel as though you are speaking directly to them, and you will be, which fosters a deep sense of connection. Too many course creators are just focused on quick wins and ignore the fact that we are dealing with real humans, not just conversions. While your competition is creating false urgency with fake discounts, you will be playing the long game, creating real connection with real people. The third thing I did was create an automated system for distributing that content before they registered for the webinar. Now, I had to make sure that the right people were seeing each piece of content at the right time. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. Some people think automation lacks intimacy, but in my experience, I've discovered that automation allows us to create more connection with prospects. My automated content distribution system leverages a combination of paid and organic traffic strategies to create maximum connection. Automated connection is incredibly important if you sell your course with automated webinars. When you are launching, everyone is getting the same message at the same time. But when you have an evergreen webinar, there are a lot of moving parts. Each of your prospects is in a different phase of your funnel at the same time. So creating the system wasn't easy. It took a lot of trial and error to create, but the payoff has been enormous. If you want to learn more about how you can start selling your course on autopilot with an automated webinar, click the link around this video and sign up for my free Facebook group. I'll see you in there.